Maybe I should go get my vape.
Hey, y'all, welcome back to Who Knows Best. This is the podcast where we dive into how the wonderful world of Scentsy Consulting, sharing the secrets that we thrive through this amazing business. Where today we're going to focus on the crucial time for all Scentsy consultants, transition month. This is starting on August 1st, so just a couple of days away. We're going to discuss how to prepare, what to do before the catalog releases in September, and then sharing what our personal routines or our personal lists of things that we do and tips that we for us to ensure a smooth and successful transition. So grab your favorite Scentsy scents and get ready for some notes. This will be packed full of valuable insights to help you make the most of transition month. But first, let's meet everybody. I am Cassie Bollinger.
I'm Jacqui Duran.
I am Lisa Waxy Cats.
And I am Robin Hatfield.
And tonight we're going to start with Robin. She already has an amazing list of the stuff that she's going to do. She is our budgeter and yes. our amazing Robin Hatfield. So go ahead and give us your list. Tell us what you're going to do.
Okay. So for those who know, I ball on a budget all the time. As a family of 7, financially we need to be smart. So this season, I'm not getting all the things. I'm not getting the big transition kit. I'm not getting catalogs. I know. I'm not getting catalogs. But I am going to get product lists. For those who don't know what product lists are, well, shoot, mine are upstairs. But it's the big paper that has everything listed. Yes, Jacqui has them.
Okay, yeah.
Because you can get 3 stacks of those for $9. That's 150 sheets. So that's 150 people that you can pass them out to for super inexpensive. Okay, the other thing I'm going to get, usually I get all 10 of the Rub and Smell stickers, but this season, because we ball on extra hard, we're only going to pick our top 3. And so I'm going to get 3 sets of my favorite scents, and that's what I'm going to share with my customers is my top 3 new scent release faves. And here is a pro tip that you can do with Rub and Smell stickers to make them go even further. So, sorry, that's Kinsley. So they look like this, but what you can do is you could cut them in half or cut them down like this to multiply how many stickers you can send out. I was laying in bed one night and that thought came into my mind. My best thoughts come when I have insomnia at night, for those who don't know, but my friends know. So that's what I'm going to do. So then I have even more. So that's more bang for your buck. And these are $3 and you get 72 total. But when you cut them, listen, I don't know what the math is on that, but it's
144.
Oh, well, I'm glad somebody's good at math because I am not. Okay. And so I said, I'm not getting catalogs. I'm getting product lists, but hear me out. We are in a digital world. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to upload the catalog in one of those little digital flip books. Mm-hmm. And then I'll have a QR code. They have a catalog right there at their fingertips that's virtual. Yeah. Now I know some people prefer to send catalogs. But for those who have mailed them, that's almost $4 because you have to send it as a package. That's expensive. So let's be smart and let's utilize the digital world that we're in. And that's it.
Great point.
That's all I'm sending. I'm not sending a lot of things. They just need to smell some things, flip the catalog, and then they're hooked. So keep it simple.
All right. So keeping it simple. Who wants to go next with what they're doing on transition?
I'll go. First of all, can I just say, Robin, I've been doing this for a hot minute. Why did I never think about cutting the damn stickers in half?
I don't know either. I could have been doing this the whole time. I was just in bed one night and I was like, I wonder if I could just cut the stickers in half.
Okay. Can I share a little thing? I like using the outside edges that's left on there. I cut those and then I add those sometimes to the thing and right in the middle of it what that scent is. So then I'm also utilizing the outer edges Hello? Because it's all scented? Hello?
So
That
what, you're
is
cutting like the
smart.
outline of
So,
what's left?
right. So
Or
what's left, if you you got to be careful, but you can cut in between them. So then it's a square with the cutout and that the sticker was gone in.
I just got a thought. Oh my gosh. You know what you could do with that?
Uh-oh.
I have my envelopes here. You could use it as like a little cute sealer. The
Yeah.
outline of it.
I didn't even think about it, but I'm just saying,
Oh my
because
gosh.
those sheets, I mean, they're scented and it's a waste to
Yeah.
just throw them away because I keep
I
this.
always
Well,
throw
I'll
them
save
away.
my extra tips to when my
Me
turn, but
too.
you know, I'm just saying, look at that extra stuff that you can use, Jacqui, on all that stuff
This
that's
is
sitting there.
so good.
Okay, all
See, this is
right.
the reason we collab is because when one person comes up with one, there's so many ideas that start to flow.
I'm on board. I'm on board. All right, now I'm gonna be utilizing the crap out of my stickers. That
Yeah.
is good to know. I'm gonna go the opposite way tonight because I know that we still have a whole month of August left. So yes, it's transition. Yes, I'm gonna be working on business supplies and all of the things. But at the same time, I want to get as much out of August as I possibly can. So for those of us who have been with Scentsy for a minute, we kind of know that when it's transition month, and we already know, but as consultants, but almost everything's 10% off in the catalog, right? So in order to make sure that my customers are getting the best deal, I'm always looking for the best deals for my customers, right? So 10% off month, that's a great month to stock up. Plus, we've got the scents that are going away. So I'm really going to focus on that this month. And then I'm going to be doing all of my stuff, like making all my samples and getting all that stuff ready. But I'm really going to try and restrain from sharing too much this time.
Yes.
Because I do tend to, because I get so excited about the new stuff and I want to just dive right in. And then I'm like, oh shoot, well, now what happened to this month? So I'm going to do that. I did make the other day, I printed on Post-it notes. So I've got all of those ready to go with like my last call.
Cute.
So I can throw those on all of the business supplies that I have left, all the catalogs I have left, all the product lists I have left. I think I've got some showcase brochures still left too. So that stuff's going to be going out, and then I'm really going to push Scentsy Club this month because
Same.
obviously with scents going away, right? Like we not only do I want my scents, but I know customers want theirs before.
And
they're
bring back my bar
Yeah.
this month is leaving, so we got to push it here too.
I know. So yeah, so club and getting the word out of last call. That's what I'm really gonna push this month. And then I'm just gonna fly into fall because I think, and maybe
Ooh,
it's
fly into
because
fall. I'm gonna mark that down.
fly into fall.
On my broomstick. Come on.
Well, and for those who don't know too, if you haven't heard the latest news, and if you don't have Disney Plus, we're currently running commercials on Disney Plus right now, you guys. So
Have you already seen them?
Disney and Scentsy. Yes, I saw one the other day,
Oh,
and I was like,
fun.
oh my gosh! So I got all excited. So yeah, so I think it's going to really open up the world of Scentsy to hopefully a whole new audience, like that
Mhm.
Disney, Marvel,
Definitely.
like everything that's on, like Disney's part of Hulu too, right? So like there's a whole world out there who are going to start seeing Scentsy. So I know they're going to see all the stuff. So yeah, that's how I'm going to focus this month.
I'm glad you
Alright.
brought that up because I literally just did the 10% off thing today for the catalogs I've just had sitting over here.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, so anyway, we can save and look, when you come up with a good little phrase like that, you can kind of like that just kind of sets the mood for the transition.
Ooh.
So, all right, Lisa, what do you have for us?
Okay, so I'm gonna do all the things, all the kit. You guys have to remember that I joined to be a consultant so that I could buy my own stuff. So, like, that's what I'm here for. So I'm gonna get the kits. Plus, they're good tax write-offs, which help me tremendously when I do decide to file taxes ever. So okay, anyway.
Disclaimer, she does file taxes, everybody.
She files taxes
Don't
every
worry,
year.
don't
She-
worry.
It's
don't
just
worry.
a joke.
No, yeah, but it did take me forever. But I get money back, so it doesn't matter. I don't get penalized or anything like that. Okay, so anyway, I am going to do all the kits, but let me add something that I was thinking when you guys were talking about saving money. You know, the little testers in the consultant store, they're $1 a piece, right?
Mhm.
Technically, you could also melt those down and make felt samples. So like if you're really on a budget and your customers want a felt sample, they want to put something in their warmer, or you don't even want to buy stickers. You can buy, they're $1 a piece just to buy individually. Buy your 3 favorite scents for $3, melt them down, and you can probably make who makes felt samples? Jacqui, you think there's like at least 10 in there, right?
Oh, at least.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can do that also for like $3. So, I mean, if your customer base is smaller and you're not catering to that many people and you don't really need 72 stickers, buy a tester and melt it down. I mean, it'll work. But anyway, yes, I am going to get the kits. I'm thinking about if I want to get catalogs or not. The only reason I really use actual catalogs is for home parties. And I know that if I don't have a stack here, someone will want to do a home party and then I won't have them. So I will probably get them for that, but I'm with Robin on the whole product list, or even the what are those other ones called?
The showcase brochures.
I get the showcase
Yeah.
brochures and the
Yes.
product list.
Yes,
Yeah.
and you can tri-fold those.
Yes.
So,
And I will also tell you that on the back of a catalog, it says place stamp here. And I have done that with a single stamp and it has went out.
oh,
I do not know if it is my post office. I take them in, I have them, I give them to them up at the counter just in case there's any, I don't want my customers charged. And it says
Do
place
you
stamp
tape
right
it or put a
you
sticker
can
on
even
it?
put
Or
like
anything?
3 or 4 on if you wanted to, if it made you feel better. You know what I mean? Like whatever.
No,
I mean,
like I said, like to keep the catalog closed,
seal it.
right?
no, I mean, up here in the top corner, look where it says place stamp here.
No, I
No.
mean like, yeah.
Oh,
To,
to
like,
put stuff
go
in
over-
it, you mean?
No, just to close it so it doesn't like flip flop in the mail
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh, yes, sorry, tape. Yes, I do tape or a sticker or something right here to hold it closed.
Oh,
But these are
Ruben
made
smell
to
sticker.
be mailed. Yes, but these are made to just be mailed with the little sticker thing. Like it literally says it on it to place stamp. Doesn't say stamps. Sometimes I get crazy and I'm going to put it in a mailbox and I put a couple because I don't want it returned. But the post office has never had me put more than 1. So just a tip. I don't know.
There is a reason
Okay.
behind that, but finish up and I'll tell
No,
you.
but what it's like, are most people going to get denied or what?
No. So when you put it in an envelope or a package, like if you're
Yes.
putting it in a mailer, there's more stuff you're putting in with it. And that's why it becomes a package. Mailing magazines have a
Mhm.
different pricing than an envelope with stuff in it.
It's
Why are we
media
just now
pricing, right?
finding this out?
Because no one's ever said anything. I mean, she brought it up. I've never thought to tell you guys, but yes, if you're going to send out a catalog and that's all you're sending out, then it is a stamp. And yes, I would close it with something just so it
Or
doesn't.
catalog with stickers in it. Stick the stickers
Yeah,
in it.
you can put the
and
Ruben
then-
smell stickers in there.
So
Oh my
it is.
gosh.
So you could want to double check with your post office because my
Mhm.
post office is horrible, like absolutely horrible. It doesn't matter how many stamps I put on there. If it's too thick, even though I've done my little test thing,
Mhm.
they'll charge my customers $3-4 saying it's a package when it literally has 2 pages of something in it. And so I don't even drop my stuff off at my post office anymore. I go over to a different town because they ship everything out, no problem. And they're open on Saturdays because ours is not.
So it does matter. Okay. Because I'm like, I never have problems and other people are like, you can't do that. And I'm like, I go up to the counter and the post office does it for me. I mean,
really-
I don't know.
So it's all different because it's human error is all I can say. It's
Okay.
not, it depends on who trained them. It depends on what they allow going through and how much they know, because I hate to educate people whenever I go to the post office and tell them, yes, it can go. No, it doesn't need to be COD.
Yeah. That's why I'm
And
like,
this
check
is
with yours.
valid because
Mhm.
I went and paid the 20 some odd dollars for the post office because they were sending my stuff to customers and charging COD instead of sending it back to me. And I didn't know until one of my customers goes, I don't have the money to buy. Like, what did I get from you that I have to pay for? And I was like, what are you talking about? It was a mess. So I don't like to fight with them because I don't talk about things at the post office unless I know. And so, like, I don't want to argue with somebody unless I know or I've read it, because I'm like, no, here it is. It's, I'd be one of those first amenders, audit people that you see all over TikTok being like, nope, go ahead, arrest me because I'm going to be taking you guys to court myself. But, that would be me. And then I have to have bail money all the time. So, but yes, post office really and truly, and I hate to say this, they are not uniform, but it does go. So magazines, that means that they don't have stuff in them. If you have stuff falling out, like you can't just shove a sheet with the stickers. You have to put the stickers on the pages. It will go with one thing.
Okay, because I'm like, mine does it every time. And then people are like, you can't do that. And I'm like, it says there's a spot for a stamp. Like, it says it. Like,
so maybe I will buy some catalogs.
So,
so I'm going to do some catalogs. I'm going to do the testers, of course. I'm going to do the kits because I need them to take pictures for everybody and myself for all season long. So I want all of those. I am going to... Oh, I share early. I always have, always will, helps my sales. That's another good example of how what works for one doesn't work for another, all the things, Sharing early hypes my customers up. They start looking around now, and then they want something now. And then they're like, hey, when that comes out, let me know. So I do plan to share throughout August. I've shared some now already, but mainly still focusing on the 10% off because everything's going away and it's on sale. And one of my girls does an air purifier special during this month because it is on sale. So you can do it as the party, right? Air purifier 10% off is what, $225?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
$225. Then because it is on sale, they're getting it for the discount. But then because they're buying it under a party, they got their host rewards. Because you only need 200 for a party. So anyone who buys an air purifier should buy it under a party because boom, there's 22. Well, I'm not going to math, but you know what I mean.
Don't math. It'll,
of 225.
Texas will do it. It's fine.
It is $22.50. They have that to spend on other things. So she does that every time. So they get 10% off the air purifier and their rewards, and she sells a ton of them. Like, it's Crystal. She sells a ton. I mean, I've told you about her air purifiers before. Yeah. So.
Well, good for her. Like, I think that's awesome.
She does really good with air purifiers.
Well, and utilizing any of the bundles that are allowed. And there's not all of our bundles are allowed with a 10% off, but any of those you can maximize what you can do with this business. And that's why, like, having this group of the four of us of exchanging ideas and getting with some other people, seeing how they do it and tweaking to work for you. I mean, if you guys don't know who Waxy Cut is, and she does an amazing group that she takes pictures for all of us that she shares.
That's why I need those.
That she loves doing it. And so her buying all the kits and all the things works for her because, again, she said, this is why I joined as a Scentsy consultant, because I wanted the things for myself. But she shares those pictures, and she'll be the first one to say that she doesn't keep all those warmers. After she goes through and takes all the pictures, she'll be the first one to be like, I'll sell to you in a heartbeat. She just needed the pictures to share. Did you have anything else?
Sometimes you can pre-sell things too. Like, there's a couple warmers in the kit. One we already have. We got it SFR, so I don't want it. So I've already sold it. And then mini warmers I don't use. My mom does, so I've already sold that one. So you can pre-sell the things from the kit. If you're wanting a kit, but you're like, I really can't afford that kit. See if you're wanting something out of the kit. See if you can sell some of the other things out of the kit. You get PRV for it, then you get what you want. If your customer's local, you don't even have to ship anything. They're right here.
We just need to make sure we put in a disclaimer that you can't sell inventory offhand. So make sure you're doing it private message.
You'll obviously have
I just don't want someone to be like trying to turn us in or anything, Like,
no, I mean pre-selling. Like, there. Before you even buy it, you're gonna get it sold, not like on hand. Like because you're gonna know that you have the money to pay for it before you buy it. So it would be pre-sell only. I mean, of course you could after, but in that case, you can't you have to watch how you
I
do
mean,
that.
I know what you are talking about, but
Yeah,
since
but
other
I
people
am-
are going to be watching, like, let me interrupt you and put
Well,
Yeah.
and the
Specifically for
pre-selling,
girls only.
if we know stuff is coming out, and you can do pre-sales on anything, and that
Yeah,
means
exactly.
we personally, as a consultant, not Scentssy's doing a pre-sale where you can have them sign up to do it. You are
Mhm.
taking money early. You are taking down their information to either ship it to them or they're picking it from you. So anything we get, so Bring Back My Bar, we get a month early. We can pre-sell every single one of those bars because
Yep.
we don't need all of them. Maybe we just want to smell them and do whatever, and then we sell whatever. And pre-selling them means we're only getting them for somebody else. Yeah. So
Yep.
all right. Anything else?
I
These bars
guarantee
are
you,
so good.
Maxi Cats. I was
What?
gonna say, I bet you that she already has all of her spots lined up for how she's gonna take her pictures.
Mhm. Mhm.
Look
Yeah.
at her face.
I believe sometime in the first part of July, she was already putting out fall warmers and getting in the vibe of
Yeah,
like,
I was like, what is wrong with this crazy lady?
she loves
It's hot
fall.
outside.
Why do you
Hey,
want
I
the
ain't
best
mad
time
at
of
you.
the whole year to be short? Like the best time of the whole year is like what do you want? October through November? And then you got like November through December? Like, no. I need at least 6 months of the good stuff. I hate the rest of it. The rest of it
And that's
sucks.
why your club is filled with nothing but fall bar.
Completely false.
So as you
No,
can
I have
see,
melon apple granita in there. That's it. Melon
well,
and
as you
apple
can see, all three of them have different ways to do it, and even my way is even different. Whenever I do my transition, I get the transition kit because I know that I'm going to utilize it for the whole 6 months. So
the
I kind
business
of
kit. I mean,
the business
the business
transition kit. I don't get the sales kits. I just get the business
Mhm.
transition kits. Now,
Okay.
with this incentive that we have, the 12-month incentive, then in August, I will be purchasing one of them, which will probably be one of the cheapest ones. But because I think we need to have one or two.
Yeah,
One.
one.
So I
Any
just
one.
yeah. So I just need one. So I'll probably get the body line or something or the laundry just to kind of test it out. And that's just because it's going to be used for the catalog. So if anything, I get it and I can sample it out for my customers. I always do a little flyer thing for my customers. It is a trifold that gives them a wish list. It gives them all, it'll, instead of saying spring 2024, it'll say fall of 2024, and it will have all of the stickers. So I utilize everything in that transition kit so I can be prepped for the whole like catalog season. And I still have quite a few of these and some product sheets because I definitely use those, but I haven't been using them a lot. So my plan for this next week is every single one of those is going, like with these and the other ones, are going to be sent out with a sticker that says, hey, they're leaving 10% off, snag them and put them in club. Like that's going to be the extra sheet, and that's all I'm sending them. But I'm sending it to every single customer that I have these for. So if I come up with I have 80 left, then I'm going to find 80 customers, starting from my newest one to the oldest one, and sending all of these out. So my goal is to utilize I take a percentage of my paycheck every month for my Scentsy business. And normally with SFR 1 month and then transition the next month, there's not a lot of extra money left on there except for what I get paid. So that's all I use. I don't use any more. I don't use any less. I try to use it all for that month. And that way I'm putting back a percentage. And I believe I have 15% right now going directly into my bank account. On the felts that we were talking about on the testers, if you get and I know that I have a wish list out there, and I know Jacqui has a wish list out there that is public that people can see. There is a product that is a makeup wipe that you can, it's you can cut into 4 little squares, and it's so paper thin. It is about as thick as like a Post-it that you can get more. I think I got 30 out of
This like this, something like this.
no, it is.
No, they're like little rounds or squares, like
Oh,
disposable.
oh, like the nail polish strips.
They're the nail
Yes,
polish
yes.
removers.
Okay.
Yes. They're now, is it for does it say nails or makeup? I can't remember.
Nails, because it's
Nails.
OPI.
Okay. So that's what I use, and I cut them up when I'm making samples because they are smaller than the felts. Because some of the felts are great because they absorb a lot of the stuff, but then that means it uses more wax, and I'm a cheapskate. So,
Okay, let me mark
um,
this down.
and
The
then
consultant
see,
store ones are thick too. Like the ones that automatically go by in the consultant store, they are thick.
They're
Yes.
thick.
they're very
Use
thick.
those, half dip it because those are gonna suck up like half a cube.
Yeah, and whenever I have too much, so like when we get the Christmas bricks, because that's my favorite time to do samples. When we do the Christmas bricks, I will double dip the whole thing. Like I will let
Mhm.
it dip and put it back in because I want a lot of scent on there because I love the Christmas bricks. I get them every year, no matter if I sell them or not, because they're always on some kind of a bundle deal, and my customers love them. And
Yeah.
I love them, and I love that they brought back the trees, the tree thing.
They're
but-
so good this year too. They smell so good.
So, but then and then I am also offering for the 10, for basically the 10% off. And then I'm also doing a sneak, like basically kind of a last chance, first glance that you see a lot of this stuff going through. Because I have the 10 testers. So if they're local, then I can have them smell the new stuff, at least 10 of them. Now, anybody who's been in this business longer than a year and whoever gets testers knows the fun part of what do you do with old testers. And I have 3 totes. I have what I know is fall and winter from last year. All of them are in there. Then I have the spring and summer that didn't come back this year. And then I have one that has everything else that I have to go through and kind of sort because they haven't been in a catalog in a long time. But I go through and utilize those, and I make my own additional bags for my customers. I only get the transition. So I only get one set of those. And then I pull from everything else. I have this one. So this will make a whole other one. And then I have 2. And then if I have more than 2 going on, then I will go ahead and buy one more transition. Just in case. So I have a 3rd one in case I hand them out, because that's my thing is I'm more of a one-on-one and bag parties type thing. So I try to keep those. But the air purifiers. The other thing is it is really, really great to keep a list. Just like when you talk to people about like signing up or joining, when they're like, I really want an air purifier, but I can't afford it. You can also, if they're local, you can put multiples on an order. And then not only, because once you have 2 of them on there, it opens up 3 half price. And guess what? That makes another one half price.
Yeah.
If you add another full price one on there, it starts accumulating enough that you can start taking off for a 5th one in the free credits that come from it. So play around with it. I never know, everybody's tax is different, but when you just break down the minimum of the amount for the air purifiers, and you get enough local people, it can drop the price dramatically. And I try to push that, especially in my VIP, because majority of them are local, that if they're thinking about it, let's get 3 or 4 people. If y'all want to do it, then we can reduce the price down. Because when you put them on there, then you can just divide it by 4 or 5 or however many you're putting in there, and it'll discount it. So the air purifiers or any high priced item that is discountable. Just remember, it has to be discountable. You can do that for transition. It helps with your PRV. You're getting with your customers and you're showing them value along with giving them some discounts. And if you have to ship it, then you really need to make sure that that's one of the ones that's in the cart, the one full price one, and you're just going to use the money they just have to pay the $10. Like that's what it boils down to. You putting in the prices will still discount it down, but that way it gets shipped to them. Other than that, you're only going to be able to ship the ones that are full price in there. So you got to have to make sure it's local.
And you can play around with your workstation with what goes where too. Cause I get a lot of people who message me and are like, hey, can I get this half off? Or, hey, how much do I need to get an air purifier for free? You can go into an open party order on your workstation and add a crap ton of stuff under the retail side and maneuver things around until you figure out what you need. Like you're able to add it and delete it. You're not going to hurt anything because you're not checking out. So like what Cassie's saying with the air purifier, go at them and maneuver them around from half off to free credit to retail and see what works best, like what comes up with the best deal.
Yeah, and when
Sometimes you
people
just-
talk about the 10 bar discount specials, that's what they
Mhm.
do. They go in there and they put in, 10 6-packs and they figure out how much it would cost and then they discount it down. And again, it works really well when they're all local. It gets a little fun to maneuver whenever when you have to ship them. So
Mhm.
just remember, figure out what you can afford. Transition is not about breaking the bank, unless you're Lisa, who's going to take amazing pictures for us, and we love her for doing that. But if you're on a budget, I mean, with Robin, she's got a lot of great ideas on very simple, very cheap, very easy ways to do her business. And then you have Jacqui and I that are kind of in the middle. Like, we like to use all the little perks, but we also like to save a little bit of money. So,
and side note, I wouldn't do it if it didn't fit in the budget. Like, don't break yourself to do those things. Like, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work for you. Like, it might take you a while of building clientele and team and all of that to be able to. I can do it without it being a problem, or I would not do it. So don't.
right. When I said, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said break the bank. I mean, like, when Lisa does this is, hers is a little bit different of what she gets than ours, but hey, let's just say her PRV is a lot higher than ours as well. So it's a little bit different whenever you have customers and you have a lot of people that are going to buy from you too, because it is great to get those discounts of those bundles and split them up and sell off the bundle before you even purchase it. You can be like, look, I got 10 different, or I don't know how many it is, but like the body line or the wax bars, even if you get the wax bars and you're like, hey, I'm going to get 1 or 2 of these. Who wants these? And if you sell them all off, then you're not out any money. And you get a chance to smell it before you give it to them. So,
or take
Take
pictures.
the pictures.
Pictures. Oh, yes. Yes. We can't forget about the pictures.
Speaking of pictures, so this is another thing that I like about what Lisa does and other consultants as well, because I, one, do not want every product in the catalog, nor two, can I afford them, but I do want the real life photos because obviously that's what sells better than a stock photo. And what I love about not only Lisa, but like I said, other consultants is everybody likes different things. So they'll buy different products and take real life photos and share them. So someone like me who can't afford all these things or don't want this particular warmer can use that photo to share with my customers. So you don't have to buy all the things because we're going to share photos.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to share photos, but somebody else will.
And SFR and World Tour, if you attend those events, you get a chance to take your own pictures of those items in person.
Yeah,
That was an amazing addition to SFR. Can I just say that was like the
Yep.
highlight of SFR. And even on my survey, I put that in there, giving us the opportunity to not only take our own pictures, have our selfies, do all the things. That has helped my marketing already. And I haven't even started the marketing, right? Like I already have all of that.
Well, because we had 2 different rooms. You had the rooms that it was all like, it was set up, it was displayed, it was turned on. And then they had this large open area in the front. And they had these tables and a backdrop. And then it had these shelves that connected to both sides, front and back. And you were able to pick up, they just weren't plugged in. And the lids and stuff were actually like kind of glued on so they wouldn't break off or fall. And I took pictures like with the NFL stuff, and I took pictures with some of the other warmers that were coming out. I didn't do all of them. I would go to one section and be like, these are what I like and what I want to promote. You weren't required to do all of them. And then other than that, people took them with their hand out in front, like Lisa does. They may have only had one fingernail or whatever done or what, but
SFR.
I mean,
she had all 10 done for SFR. She went all out for us.
look, she only has one. See, she only has
We're
one.
back.
But
We're done.
We're back to normal. Okay.
But see, that is the greatest part about SFR when to see the products, because we do get excited about like, ooh, there's a new tree warmer, or oh my gosh, or here's a new design for diffusers. Like I'm overly excited about the diffuser because it's not just a Christmas one, it's a Halloween one that's a house. I'm like, oh, I'm like,
Ew.
I have
So
to have it.
cute.
So
It's so
We
neat.
got confirmation that you can buy the shades separately. So I'm so
Yeah.
happy
Yep.
that is coming. Yeah. Love
well,
that.
it said in one of, can't remember who posted it, but I think it's in the catalog that says shade only. Like the price on
Yeah.
there is shade only. Like it's
Mhm.
not, you don't have to buy a new diffuser bottom.
Good,
Uh,
because I got enough diffuser bases. I don't need any
Yeah.
more. I just need the shade.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I guess we can, since we started talking about it, we can kind of do some takeaways. Since the last time we did our podcast, we were at SFR in our
Yeah.
hotel room, but now we're home. It's been about a week since we've been home. I've been down with like just allergies and stuff with the different in the humidity. Because man, talk about swampy. With Florida and anybody who lives near the coast or especially in southern United States, it is definitely a humidity that you have not felt when you don't live in that. Like what was the maybe like what's the top 5 things that you're either looking forward to that you saw, like maybe there was somebody who was speaking that you saw that you fell in love with, or just your overall perception of SFR? Anybody?
Like our
Mhm.
5 like with products even, or you
But
need like
yeah,
specific
you could say
products?
5. Yeah, you could say 5 different products that you absolutely loved or looking forward to or anything. Just your top 5 of
Like, who
SFR.
wants to start? Me? Because
Yeah, go
okay,
ahead.
I'm gonna start because mine is going to be the Chiefs helmet warmer. Because like Lisa was saying, how she pre-sells. I already spilled the beans on my Facebook that the Chiefs warmer is coming, and so many people want it. So my August sales are going to be phenomenal because I haven't collected any money or anything. I just gained interest because it is way far in advance. Plus, we don't know exactly how much it's going to cost. But I'm going to say my number one, because I am from Kansas City. The Chiefs warmer is my number one highlight from.
Okay, do you have any others that were
I mean, yeah, but that's my number one.
okay? Okay, so maybe we'll just do our top one then. What about you, Jacqui?
Well, I had to choose
Oh,
5. Like, that's really hard.
I
There's a lot of
understand. I know
things.
numbers are hard. It's okay. We're just gonna go with
I'm
one.
trying to
We're just
narrow
gonna
it
go.
down to 5, you guys. Like seriously?
Lisa's got a list. It's okay. Jacqui, what was your number one greatest takeaway from SFR? Like a person, a product, a thing, a place. I don't know. You know.
It was literally the entire experience because, I mean, it was our 20-year anniversary that we knew they were going to go all out, and they did. We had amazing giveaways. We were very blessed with that. One of my favorite giveaways is still the sunshine scent. These bars, I'm scared to
Kim
warm them because
loves it.
I know. Seeing the people, that was fantastic. We had an amazing time, the 4 of us. We just had a good time. The layout was really good. Like everything was good. Heidi and Orville were back. Like I was so happy with the entire experience. It was fun. We weren't rushing all the time. Previous years we've been like literally like running back and forth to different places and standing in lines and doing all the things. Like we actually had time this year. And I was a little surprised because I was like, oh, there's going to be a whole lot going on and, all the things. But I mean, I loved it. I loved every single part of it. Yeah.
All right, Lisa,
And I
and
want to come back so.
what's your top 5 products that you're excited about? Because I know you have a list of
Like
probably
that
more.
thing is definitely, like Jacqui said, the experience. We all had a great time. Like everything just worked out really well. I mean,
Yeah.
everything. I mean, who has a sponsor that gets up at 12 a.m. to go to the airport to be there at noon? But other than, okay, who has that sponsor? Besides that,
And by the way, we planned a cruise in the Uber. So
we did at
don't
like
worry.
2 o'clock.
Y'all
I
did.
wasn't even aware of
Where are
that.
you going?
We don't know
Yeah.
yet. We don't know
All of
yet,
us
but we're gonna figure it out.
do.
We'll figure it out.
I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
on the
all-
incentive cruise. I don't know where y'all are going, but I've
We're
already.
all gonna go on a cruise. We're gonna do like a weekend getaway cruise or something. It's gonna be fun.
Okay,
I don't
y'all
know.
come
I
down to
kind of want to
Galveston.
earn
Pick
this
me up.
one. Why don't I pay nothing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we need something in between.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
we'll have SFR next year.
That's a
You're
whole
gonna
year
go
away.
Our
on a
mid-trip.
cruise. You are going on a cruise, okay?
Are you yelling at me?
I am.
I've been
'Cause
on a cruise. They are so much
coming.
fun. I'm not saying I won't
Are
go.
coming. You are coming. I'm getting all up in your face here.
I'm gonna send you the bill too for that because I ain't paying for it.
We'll figure it out because those weekend cruises are only like a couple $100. They're not a lot. Okay.
Yeah, they're really not.
Yeah,
Really
that's just to get on the boat. That doesn't pay for your
That's
electricity and your
fine.
y'all's alcohol or whatever y'all want to.
I'm not a big drinker,
I
so
will be
that's fine.
DDing the whole time because I'll have to
Don't
like,
worry.
hey guys, go back this way. Hey, no, back over
I'll
here.
take care of everybody's drinking. I got you. I got all of you.
So we're gonna be taking care of Jacqui on this trip.
Yes, yes. Oh, that definitely means a lot of fun. And I did forget to take the one picture that I wanted to take
What
at
one?
SFR was after Miss Robin had left Friday night. I was supposed to take a picture of my picture of her sleeping,
That's
and we
right.
forgot because it was so exhausting. Like that Friday night
Yes.
after she left, it was like it was calm until somebody realized that the airports were backed up and that they needed to get up earlier and earlier and earlier. And then at that point, I couldn't sleep because
I don't know what that was.
I was like, good. I'm like, I might as well just stay up. And I was like, no, because if I stay up and then I fall back asleep after they leave, I won't get to my plane. And so I stayed up after y'all left.
I think Waxy Cats and I got there at like the perfect Goldilocks time because everybody after us had
Mhm.
issues, and
Yep.
like the next day and then the day after, like I heard of so many people having issues.
I
because-
lucked out too because TSA was easy peasy.
Yeah, mine
Easy
was fine
peasy.
too.
I
So
had
think
no
we all
wait.
four got lucky.
Yeah.
It was the Delta people that really had it bad.
yeah.
Like they bad. Like I cannot even imagine. One of the girls that me and you ate lunch with, Texas was I think she ended up getting home back to New Zealand like on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it was over Saturday or Friday?
It was very sad that everything happened on that Friday, and we are very thankful that we got out when we did. There was a lot of delays and there was a lot of consultants that got stuck, especially international because they were on a certain flight, or they got bumped or delayed. But so I want to say what mine was because it wasn't. I mean, it was the whole experience. I mean, I really did. This was probably the best SFR that I've been to because I started during the pandemic when there wasn't an SFR. And then we got to do Salt Lake. Then we got to do
They
Charlotte.
just keep getting better and better.
They do. And for me, I didn't have any other thing to compare it to. But now that I've done 3 in-person SFRs, this was the best. And, you know, Jacqui was right about we didn't have to rush and the lines weren't really like shoulder to shoulder. There was a couple of lines in certain rooms, but the rooms were so big and so spread out because last year it was like my office was one side and you got to like, we had 3 minutes to walk through. They're like, you have to go straight through and take pictures as you go. And that was the only room that was Harvest that Lisa and I was able to get to. They're like, we're closing the room. And that was like horrible because Lisa needed pictures. Like that's the whole reason that she goes to SFR was for those in-person pictures and taking her stuff. And, you know,
I was pissed. I was pissed off.
Yeah, it was bad last year, but the fun part this year was that we walked so much because our hotel was at the other end of the convention of where the
But
convention.
it didn't feel like that long of a walk. The
Well,
first day it did.
It did to me.
Okay, to me. Okay.
For the people who didn't have to wear compression socks, it probably didn't. For the people who did, I really needed a scooter or something. I wanted someone to carry me. Okay. No, we're not going to go on that. I did not need a scooter. I walked the entire way, but I also made sure to talk and say and like speak up and being like, guys, I got to go back. And there was many times that they left and I was in the hotel because I wasn't quite unswollen yet. It only happens when I travel and I walk a lot because I'm not as active as I should be. But the second thing about SFR, outside of y'all and everything that was going on is that Diana, the Naiad, her speech was like we always have some kind of a speaker or someone that comes in that's not Scentsy. And,
Mm.
you know, I've heard 3 others, and, you know, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But this year it really hit me. And it was kind of the whole thing about not stopping. And if you have a dream and have a goal, then you have to keep working for it. It doesn't matter when you get there, it's just getting there. And it's,
Mhm.
I mean, there's certain things that you come across in your life that you are so, like, you know, you want to do, and you stop dreaming that dream because either someone told you it was stupid, or you just feel like you failed so many times. But every time you fail, you were so much closer than you were if you never tried. You know, that's the inspiration I got from her. And I rewatched her movie, and of course, it was as phenomenal as she was. Like, she really, to think about quitting swimming for 30 years and then going back to a dream you always had and failing at it 4 times. She could have stopped any time in those 4 times, but she continued until she hit what she wanted to do. And that just shows about consistency and perseverance and determination of reaching what you want. And it works really well with our convention because we've all had that failing moment, especially in the last year or so, since everything's kind of slowed down, life's happening. You know, we're all in a very different environment with the economics of the government and the, you know, all that stuff. And it's hit us all in different ways. And for me, going back to school full time and fulfilling a dream of that I always wanted to complete and get a degree. And it's not necessarily that it's the only thing I've wanted to do, but I never had a chance to do it because I was raising kids. And now that I've been able to be successful at it because I'm not having to run back and forth to daycares, and I'm not having to pick up from school and take over here and then try to figure out the study and working 2, 3 jobs. I have been gracious, you know, it's just, that's what hit me the most was her story just reminded me that when you put your mind to anything, it doesn't matter if it's your business, it's your personal life, it's your personal health, the mental health, it's, you know, just life in general, that you can accomplish anything. And of course, it does help whenever you have some amazing friends that will cheer you on.
I
Yeah.
think she was probably one of my top favorite guest
Mhm.
speakers that we've ever had. And
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of guest speakers over the last, what, 7, 8 years. And I do like that Scentsy brings in non-Scentsy people to talk to us. So it's a different perspective.
And
Um,
non-direct sale people. They're not
yeah,
other
and
direct.
yeah, non-direct salespeople,
Most of them.
non-business people. Well, some of them are non-business people.
Mhm.
You just actual humans that started out with nothing and look at what they're doing now. And she's just hands down one of my favorites. And I think it's because I really could connect with her story too, because I was kind of in a weird place with myself a little bit. Like, my mental health was great, but like being like not totally outside my shell as much as I wanted to. So when I came back home, like, I've been way more open. So
Aw.
yeah, so she was my favorite too. So I'm glad you brought that up, Texas.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was like, SFR is always an experience because not only do we leave, you know, we leave our home and our safety spots, you know, we get to be around each other, and we all know that we all have different personalities, and, you know, it's, our group is so great only because if there's something that Jacqui wants to go do and Lisa wants to go do, they'll go do it. And Robin and I
Bye.
will, right, we're like, you know, we'll see you whenever you're
See you
done.
later.
And then it's like, if I'm going to go do something and then Lisa wants to go do something, we'll go do it, because we
Mhm.
always try to make sure we keep paired up majority of the time because we are in a different state.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say it's just a safety thing too, right? Like
Yeah,
we're in a different area. We don't know. Who knows what
There's
happens,
just
you
no
know?
pressure. Like, there's
but
no
yeah,
pressure what you don't want to do just because someone else is doing. If you want to stay by, I mean, like you said, you went to the room, Texas, by yourself a few times because you wanted to.
And then she
Like,
checked
no one,
in our
yeah,
group chat, so we
Yeah.
knew she made it there.
yeah,
We went to the pool. Robin and I hung out at the pool for a while.
yep.
It's great.
And I just, you know, I think at that time, so Lisa, I went over there just with Lisa to get some pictures for the
product.
holiday and the harvest stuff. And we were
She
only
was
going to be over there for maybe a couple of hours. No big deal. I didn't even put my compression socks on. I'm like, cool.
Yes.
And
Yeah, she
Like-
messed up.
man, I will never ever. I don't even care if y'all say it's going to be 5 minutes. We're just gonna. I don't care. I'm putting
No,
compression
I'm never
socks
letting
on
you leave without those damn socks on.
because it took me
You were
about
wearing the
3
socks.
hours, which should have only taken me about 5 minutes to take off my sock. You know, it was just horrible. But I had a really great experience because when I did go and step outside by myself, so y'all could do your thing right before y'all left, is, you know, I got to be a little bit in my element, and I talked to some other Scentsy consultants that had been coming across the things that I had been through. And it's
Oh, you
that
did a little training out there. You did a
Yeah.
little.
I did
Yeah.
I did like basically 2 little mini
Yeah.
training sessions. It started with like 4, then it got to be like 8, and then some of them left, and then some came over. And it was just about, you know, sometimes being heard. These, you know, consultants just felt like they were lost and there was nothing that they're, you know, there's nothing they could do. And it was kind of like bringing it back to, you know, you can pace yourself or you can go full sprint, but this is a marathon. So you got to make sure that if you're going to sprint out right now, that you've got to give yourself time to take a break and breathe before you sprint again. Because we're not a quick, you know, a quick overnight cash
Get
money and then cash out. This is a marathon, and it's all about growing your customer base and having customer service. So some people have to learn how to have customer service. Some people have to learn how to market themselves, either social media or by text messaging, email. There's so many different avenues, but we all have to learn that. And so some of us are more successful at that in the beginning, and then the others of us, you know, especially me, it took me forever to learn Canva, but now that I learn it, I pop out stuff really quick on that I can share. And then after you're done with yourself, then you learn how to give back. And it's just, you know, it's something that was it Heidi who did the arrows out? Was that Heidi or Orville?
That was Orville.
The Orville. And that was before my time, but I have watched the video. But, you know, it's always about giving back to others, you know, giving more than you take. Because in the beginning, I can tell you, I took from everybody because I am not a creator. I'm a duplicator. You can feed me information and then I'm going to tweak it, but I'm still using your idea, your information. I'm switching your wording, but man, the format's going to still be the same. It's a template. That's what it's for. But it is amazing to connect to those consultants, the ones that are kind of lost, that maybe don't have a tribe yet and who aren't even sure what they need to do or what they want to do. And that was kind of our conversation. It was more or less, it's like, what do you want to do in your business? I mean, because I can tell you all day long and teach you all the things, but if that's not what you want to do, then what's the point? So that was a change, and it was worth the swelling, but man, walking back, I was sore. I was just like, Lisa, we just got to go. And she's like, well, I said, I'm just going to keep walking. You can talk to people and take pictures. I'm just going to go. Like, you're going to have to yell at me and tell me to stop because I was beelining. I needed to get back to get my feet up. So, but, well, look, we have been on here for an hour. So let me go ahead and do our little out, and then we'll do our little after hours. This is our Who Knows Best. This is our podcast where we 4 consultants have gotten together and we collab, and we wanted to share this information with you. We've talked tonight basically about transition month, of how all 4 of us do this differently, of what things that we decide to do, what things that we are going to implement or get ready for the new fall and winter season. So, you know, make sure that you hang on, watch all of our podcasts, and you can find it almost anywhere. I am Cassie Bollinger.
I'm Jacqui Duran.
Lisa Waxy Cats.
Robin Hatfield.
And if you haven't been told today, we love you. You are wonderful. You are important. You are worthy. And doing this job may not seem easy, but you are not alone. We are always here for support. If you have any questions, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Drop your questions down below on whatever platform you find us. If you find us on any kind of audiobooks or podcasts that way, then make sure that you reach out to whoever had posted it and ask us questions. We are very open about our businesses, about what we do, what we like, and we're all willing to help in one way or another. So for next time. Stay tuned. If you are on Zoom, you'll be able to see the second video, so you have to find it. If you're on an audiobook, go find the after hours, because that's where we just kind of take down the walls and we just kind of talk about whatever we want to. But that's what we got for you guys today. We will talk to you guys soon and see you next week.